Silly Laughs fans, come and talk to me when your team doesn't lose to a Zamboni driver. Oilers fan Steve doesn't want to hear it. Hat picks. Listen, it'd be really easy to throw David Ayres in every single bit of content on this channel because it's kind of a weird story. I don't know if you heard it. If you want to see me talk about David Ayres and that magical journey with the Carolina Hurricanes, or the Toronto Marlies, or the Toronto Maple Leafs, or however you put it, go over to Steve's Dang It's, the most recent video. It gets up there. So now let's get to hat picks. Have you heard Connor McDavid's back? Greetings to everybody except for Matthew Tkachuk and Silly Laughs fans. Come and talk to me when your team doesn't lose to a Zamboni driver. Oilers fan Steve doesn't want to hear it. Connor McDavid's back and he's got the first hat pick of the week. Take it away there, my darling.
Forbert gets it back again. Now a chance for McDavid. Connor McDavid moving in with Sam Gagner. McDavid waits. What a play! What a goal! Connor McDavid, welcome back! Classic Connor makes it 3-0 for the Oilers.
Passes it to himself off the boards, and then 100 moves from here. Oh, you said it. What a goal. Nice job along the boards. Looks across. He's always looking across, and then he puts his eyes on the net. An absolutely terrific play again. He's injured. He comes back, and he always seems to score after he comes back from an injury.
You guys read Harry Potter? Okay, well, it's been out for a while, but I only got into it recently, so I'm gonna give you a spoiler warning right now. You know Dementors? How they go, oh, and they suck the soul out of your body? That's what McDavid did to Doughty. Forget the moves that he made. Look at what he does at his own blue line. Forget that he chips it around a defender. He chips it around his own team. Like, get out of the way. Come on, McDavid. Oilers fan Steve loves all the Oilers. But I'm trying to count all the moves here after he crosses the blue line. Like, here. Like, all right, here he comes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? 10 or 12 or 30, I'm not sure. Drew says same amount of moves as Doughty's kneecaps. Actually, much more likely to have a high ankle sprain, but. Speaking of injuries on this play, how about bruised ego for Sam Gagner? He's with him on the 2-on-1, just standing there, stick on the ice like they tell you to do, and he's like, I'm about to get traded to Detroit. And then he did. Connor McDavid with one of the most beautiful goals I've ever seen, except it was run-of-the-mill for him. And barely any celebration at all because he's Connor McDavid and it's simply what he expects of himself. Greatness. McJesus, that is a hat pick. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of the video. All right, I'm back. What happened? I blacked out. You see what Connor McDavid did? That was nuts. Do we have the footage? We don't. Okay, we're moving on. Not all our hat picks are goals. Sometimes it's gotta be a fight. Gasp, I beg your pardon. No, for real, you need to see this. Here is the shortest player in the National Hockey League, Nathan Gerbe, laying out Claude Giroux and then fighting a guy 3 or 4 times his size.
The corner. Couturier. Oh, Kirby with a massive hit on Claude Giroux. And now a fight. Yeah, but Giroux went back and said, leave it alone. As Sanheim jumped in on Gerbe. Gerbe gets the takedown. The bench wanted an instigator for that. We'll see, but Giroux right away got up and told Sanheim, leave it alone. He didn't want him to take the minor penalty. And as he looked back, Sanheim had already decided to go with him, and Gerbe more than willing to take on that invitation. Smart play by Gerbe. Crowds on their feet, loving it. The oohs and ahs right there. Giroux comes back to Sanheim, says leave it. Gerbe drops the gloves first, so there should not be an instigator. Good old-fashioned crowds on their feet, loving it. Got up and told Sanheim, leave it alone. He didn't want him to take the minor penalty. And as he looked back, Sanheim had already decided to go with him, and Gerbe.
Dude. First of all, the hit is awesome. This is why Nathan Gerbe is back in the league after being in the minors for a while. And this is why the Blue Jackets re-signed him. They're keeping him around. But it's funny because you see the battle of what do I do's here in Travis Sanheim. One, You got to stick up for your guys. You got to stick up for your stars. You got to stick up for your captain. Claude Giroux ticks all those boxes. You got to stick up for him. But there is something that comes with being a big guy in a league full of big guys. He's one of the bigger guys, where you don't challenge someone who's a foot shorter, because there's not really a win there, is it? I mean, Zdeno Chara's never really had a problem with it, but there's no win there. Either you win the fight and look like a monster, or you lose the fight and look like a complete chump. Nathan Gerbe, take it away.
The oohs and ahs right there. Giroux comes back to Sanheim, says leave it. Kirby drops the gloves first, so there should not be an instigator.
Nathan Gerbe should change his name to David. And Travis Sanheim wasn't exactly the most intimidating Goliath, but the same result. Pebble right to the forehead. But that's not a dang it for Sanheim. Man, huge hat pick to Nathan Gerbe for everything he did on that shift. Sometimes when you're the little guy, you got to go out and do this. You got to let everyone know you're not going to get pushed around. Look at him now. That's a hat pick. Our next hat pick is returning to goals. This one being Evgeny Malkin. Just oof.
Rust with it for the Penguins. Here comes Malkin down the left side. Malkin puts a move on Carlson, walks in and scores! A spectacular goal for Evgeny Malkin. He ties the game at 3.
Good job by Rust to keep it alive. Here comes Malkin down the left side. Turns Carlson inside out. Forehand, backhand, back to his forehand. Freezes Holtby. Watch how deep Holtby is. That is something special by Malkin.
This was actually a 3-on-2. You see Letang, he's got the beaver tap going with his stick.
Okay, so like, can John Carlson win the Norris after that? Like, is he allowed, I mean? Evgeny Malkin turns John Carlson inside out with a filthy, disgusting, repugnant dangle. I often get called that. It used to be my nickname. I didn't like it. And then to boot, he beats Braden Holtby. Unbelievable, fantastic goal. That's a hat pick.
Here comes Malkin down the left side. Turns Carlson inside out. Forehand, backhand, back to his forehand. Freezes Holtby. Watch how deep Holtby is.
Now for our final hat pick, man, Alex Ovechkin has had a career, and it's still going, and this was his latest. His 700th career NHL goal against the New Jersey Devils. Take it away.
Ovechkin put it right on a platter for him. Kuznetsov for Ovechkin. Drive! He scores! His spectacular history-making continues. 700 red lights.
He has just joined an exclusive club, and there's all of 8, which matches his number for the Washington Capitals. His group is second to none. We may never see another 700 goal scorer.
Music. Like, how many of those bombs from any point on the ice? Because that wasn't the Ovi spot. The Ovi spot's on the other side of the ice. Really? Dude, you score 700 goals, anything past the blue line is the Ovi spot. This dude scored a goal on his back. He knows what he's doing. But how many of those bombs have been bar and in?
Bar down.
Off the bar.
Bar down.
Cross bar and down.
Off the bar and down.
What a shot.
Post it in, bar down, whatever you want to. It doesn't matter. It goes in. That's I believe they call that a goal. Unless they review it and it's not a goal and your stick was too high, or if you cross the blue line in a funny way, you can't do that. It's no. Unless you're Matt Duchene. You're still not over that, eh? I mean, I'm not. He ruined the league, right? And the Preds, and the Sens, and the... Listen, hats off to Alexander Ovechkin for scoring 700 goals, being the 8th person in NHL history to ever do that, and for being the second biggest story in the NHL this week. It's a bit of a silly league. It's ridiculous things happen. So, I'll throw something out there. So everyone's already handing Ovechkin the crown, handing him the greatest goal scorer of all time crown. What do you think? Dude, it's amazing. I know Ovechkin has 700 goals. He's still 8th in all-time goal scoring. He's 194 behind Gretzky. Well, if he played in Gretzky's era, he didn't. He didn't, did he? You see him on the TV? It's because he's playing now. He didn't play then because he's playing now. That is how time works until we have the technology to do otherwise. So what do you think? Is he the greatest goal scorer of all time? Is he not? Might he be one day? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. OV debate. Just to get into a fight with them.